We will continue to look at the anchor to understand how it works. So I will go to the starter catalog and drag an extrude shape, drop it here, and I will go to the IntelliShape level and right click the height handle and edit the size box. And here I will type 60 and the width will be 100 and the length 120. Then I will hit enter. Then I move the camera to top front right and fit scene. And then I drag a cut cylinder and I will drop it here on the edge. And the question is, will it be placed vertically or horizontally when I drop it here? It is placed vertically, and the reason why is the camera angle is larger toward this side than to that side. So I will delete this cut cylinder. Then I will move the camera to this position, drag another cut cylinder, and drop it here on the edge, and now it is placed horizontally, and that's because the camera angle is larger toward this side than to that side. So if I move the camera to this position and drag another cut cylinder and drop it here, I will get the same result because the camera angle is larger toward this side than to that side. So once you know that, you can help the program to set things in the right direction by moving the camera to a right position if you are going to drop something on an edge. So I will delete this cut cylinder and that one as well. Then I move the camera. Then I will drag another cut cylinder and drop it here in the center and change the diameter to 10. And then I will zoom in a bit so that we can see the anchor. So I will select the anchor, and we see now that the height axis or the local z-axis is pointing perpendicular to this surface. So when the anchor is selected, I will turn on the tribal and I will select this axis, left click inside and drag to rotate the tribal and the anchor, drop it there and type 45 and hit enter. Then I will turn off the tribal. So now you see that the anchor is pointing 45 degrees toward this surface, but the hole is still pointing perpendicular to the surface, and it will do as long as I'm not dragging the hole. But if I select the hole and drag the hole, we see that immediately it will turn into 45 degrees angle toward this surface, because this anchor or this height axis will always be pointing perpendicular to the surface it is dropped on. And at the same time we see that this hole is just half visible. But to make it visible, I can grab this handle and drag so we can see the whole opening of the hole. But at the same time the anchor is following along the handle, but I don't want that. I want the anchor to stay here in place at the surface of this cube. So I will undo this and select the hole, and I will select the anchor. So to lock the anchor to the surface, you can select the anchor and right click and choose attach to surface. So now when you select the hole, grab the handle, extend the hole, and so that you see the whole opening of the hole, and the anchor is placed here at the surface. So now I will extend the hole so that it will go through the part like so. So if I want a 45-degree angle hole in another design, I can save this hole. So I move the camera to this position and I will go back to Engine Parts Catalog, and I want to drag this hole to the catalog to save it, to use it in another design. So I can grab the hole here and drag it, but if I drag it along another surface, it will change the angle. So when I drag the hole here and drop it in the catalog, it will look like this. So to avoid that, you can select the anchor and right click and choose disallow drag. So when you select the hole then and drag it, You cannot move it here in the scene, but you can drag it to the catalog and it will look like this. Another way of doing it is to drag it from the scene browser. So I will use the W key to look at this side, come over to the scene browser, expand the part, and here I will change the name of the cylinder to hole 45 degrees. To type the degree symbol, you press the Alt key and then 0176 and hit enter. So now I can grab this hole here, drag it to the catalog, and it will be dropped here, and now I can reuse it in another design if I want to. So I can do like this. I will move the camera to this position, grab this hole, drag it and drop it here on this cube. And then I can come back here to the anchor. I can select it, turn on the tribal, select this axis, and then I will left click and push to rotate the tribal and the anchor 45 degrees and turn off the tribal. So now when I grab the hole and move the hole, it will be pointing perpendicular to the surface because this anchor or the height axis is now pointing perpendicular to this surface. So now when we know how the anchor works, we can use the anchor to manipulate parts to be placed and directed in different ways when dropped on other parts. So the catalogs and the anchor are very versatile tools to use in your design. So I will delete this cube and then I will also save this catalog here. Then we will continue in the next video.